Bro, so a cop gets to look through his Tinder matches and see who he's talking dirty to? So the cop gonna be like, hey, so when you said you were gonna put her out, did you mean you were gonna like kill her? Or like, what you mean by that? All right, so, you know, we've seen videos of people pretending to be police before. Okay, people do it all the time. People can buy fake police badges, they'll get fake police cars. But what if you pretended to be a fake police officer on a dating app? What if instead of being the Tinder swindler, you were the Tinder officer? That's not a real officer. That did not roll off the tongue at all. So anyways, I bring to you this video. Man playing cop on Tinder goes on interrogation date with real police.
Do we got to figure out you're just some dumb trying to pick up chicks?
Right.
Or there's more to this?
Right.
It's 1 a.m. and you're lying in bed. You can't sleep, but you're not ready for the night to be over anyway. Then you remember that maybe it's not.
This narrator guy kind of sound like the Burger King foot lettuce guy if he was trying to sound like, see. Yo, am I bugging? Am I bugging? No, chat, am I crazy? Am I crazy? I gotta show y'all where, if y'all have never seen the Burger King foot lettuce, hold on.
Number 15, Burger King foot lettuce. The last thing you'd want in your Burger King burger is someone's foot fungus, but as it turns out, that might be what you get.
All right, listen to this again.
But you're not ready for the night to be over anyway. Then you remember that maybe it's not too late to make plans. So you pull out your phone.
It low-key sounds like him. But yeah, this sounds like if the Burger King foot lettuce guy was trying to sound like attractive, like trying to riz women, you know? Like he was trying to be like, hey, what's good? How you doing? You know what I'm saying?
Maybe it's not too late to make plans. So you pull out your phone and open the app with the little orange flame. Swipe left, swipe left, swipe left. No one's catching your eye until you come across the profile of a man in uniform. His profile says his name is Trayshawn. He's 26 years old.
Okay, but like, let's be so serious. That badge don't even look real, bro. Nah. Like, who believe in this? This looks like the most fake ass cop outfit I've ever seen, bro. Like, you look like you run like security for like concerts at the very most, bro. Like, tell me I'm lying. Like, what is this? Like, what is that?
Look,
you look like you run security at like concerts, bro.
He's only 3 miles away. His photos show him in police uniform, and his bio says BCSO, short for Bernalillo County Sheriff's Office. One of his photos even shows a fully marked police cruiser. Even though you know meeting up with a random guy late at night could be dangerous, seeing his badge makes you feel safe. Except, not everything is as it seems. The fire.
Like, you trying to tell me this looks like a real police outfit, bro? Like, it looks like yeah, it looks like a stripper costume almost. Like, what are you talking about? The only thing that makes this look kind of real is the gun. But if it's like a state where it's easy to get guns, then
firearm, uniform, and badge are comforting.
That looks like it's just ironed on.
Was ever real? That was the case for the Bernalillo County employee who received a notification that she matched with Trayshawn. After reading his bio, she wondered why she had never seen him around, so she started to dig a little deeper. After speaking with sheriff's office employees, the woman realized it wasn't just an oversight. Trayshawn didn't look familiar to any of her colleagues. The BCSO quickly put the pieces together. Trayshawn's Tinder profile was a fake.
So she was a police officer too. Also, is impersonating the cop on the internet like illegal? Like if you're just like...
But a little fact checking proved that Dukes wasn't employed by the BCSO. He shouldn't have a uniform, a badge, or access to a marked cruiser. So why did he appear to have all of the above in his Tinder profile? Officers wasted no time tracking down the cop impersonator. They drove to a restaurant called Monroe's near downtown Albuquerque, where they knew Dukes was supposed to meet one of his matches.
Nah, imagine you pull up to a Tinder date and there's like 3 police cruisers with like guns pointed at your head, like, hey, get down. Sir, you're getting arrested for catfishing the young ladies on Tinder. Get down. I repeat, get down. No. Don't have your front facing up. Okay, we don't need your micro out. Okay, we know you lie to women about that too. So flip over. Okay, let's see your booty or lack thereof. Okay, put your hands behind your back. All right. Okay, what else are you gonna lie about, huh? You gonna lie to us that this isn't your Tinder account? Like, come on, man. You lie about everything. Okay, just make our job easy. Like, imagine, bro. I'd be mad as hell.
Wearing his uniform shirt. He's got a badge on his shirt. Slowly take your seatbelt off. Slowly.
Imagine
Exit the
catfishing led to
car.
this. Holy.
You have hands back there, Ian?
Okay, but it's pretending to be... Well, I guess if he has a car. I don't see how this is illegal, I guess.
1080, just so you guys know.
Because they got stripper
When the
cops.
officers on scene realize Dukes has a weapon, they move in. One officer shouts at him, ordering him not to reach for his firearm.
Why did bro
Dukes
think
was
like
easy to
pretending a
spot.
cop would get
He was
him?
dressed in the same
No, I don't
uniform
know,
that
man.
The officers arresting him would typically wear. He didn't pull up to the restaurant in a police cruiser, but he would soon be leaving in one.
Hey, as soon as we can, let's dress down, keeping your camera on you like on your belt or something, and then we'll perform the 27 here, but not all. Everything up with this dude. Let's get him out of sight pretty quick. Yeah. We're just dressing down. We're trying not to make a scene. We got him in a truck so we can form our 27 here.
They want him second floor for interviews.
Okay.
And Allie's coming to seal until the vehicle.
Okay.
Don't let him get
Okay. Are you guys good here with the vehicle? Yes.
Imagine like the sun. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you just meet back at the main or whatever.
Even stripper cops get arrested.
Cool.
The officer driving Dukes makes a stop on the way to the station. He obtains new paperwork and learns that there's even more to this strange story.
So what happened?
Chain of command said arrest.
Okay.
He carried a gun on a school campus last week, and they said arrest tonight.
Okay, I mean valid, honestly. Yeah, go. Nope, go to jail. Nah, go to jail. You bringing a gun around kids is crazy.
Cool. Yeah, 'cause he's like, what's going on? And I was like, God, I don't know.
Yeah, you can let him know. He's getting charged with 3 more counts, and then for
Is this the lady that found him on Tinder? Because she seemed way too smiley about this. She's like, yeah, so you can let him know he's screwed, and yeah, anyways, he like no, like she mad with him.
You have a deadly weapon on.
He better. She's like, nah, you did not
Paperwork
catfish
in
me.
hand, the officer relays that new information to Dukes.
It looks like
356 SO.
there was a warrant issued for you for unlawful carry of a firearm on a school.
So female and male were evaluated
And-
by medical and refused further treatment. They're released from the school.
Looks like another charge for impersonating a police officer.
Dukes stays silent in the back seat of the patrol car for the next several minutes as the officer explains what will probably happen next.
I don't know how we can get arrested for pretending to be a police officer if it's just pictures though. Like I don't, because if he didn't show up in the outfit and he's not going out in the street in it, is that technically illegal?
Explains that unlawful carrying of a firearm on school property is a 4th-degree felony. According to local news outlets, 26-year-old Dukes wore BCSO uniform and carried a firearm holstered to his hip onto school property at his alma mater.
Oh, never mind. He wore that in public. All right, I'll take everything back.
To high school.
Book him.
He was allegedly visiting a teacher.
Send him to jail.
Dukes posted photos from his visit to social media. Soon, they arrived at the sheriff's office. Dukes, dressed head to toe in the same garb as many of the employees in the building, is taken into an interrogation room. There, actual BCSO officers begin questioning him.
So, can you tell me a little bit about what's going on today?
I don't know.
You don't know? Okay. Can you tell me why you're in a Bernalillo County Sheriff's Department uniform?
I bought this from Kaufman's.
You bought it from Kaufman's? Tell me about that.
She sounds like a therapist. Tell me about that. Like she sounds way too. She does not sound like a police investigator. She sounds so
When did
positive.
you buy it?
Like I said, he looks like he does security for concerts.
How long?
Some months ago.
Some months
Not
ago?
long, yeah.
Do you know like what month it was?
I don't.
He even got the sunglasses too.
Months ago.
And why did you get the uniform?
Just like promotional stuff.
Promotion?
Yeah.
What do you mean promotional
Just
stuff?
like he said so.
Okay.
What? Why look like Tyler Creator? He's not look like Tyler Creator at all to me.
Video stuff.
Okay. So to promote BCSO?
Maybe if Tyler Creator had like a handsome
And do you work
Squidward
for
looking
the
twin.
Sheriff's Department? And how do you promote BCSO?
It's like videos and stuff.
Videos and stuff? What kind of videos do you take?
Just like the buildings, BCSO, try to get like pictures with them and stuff.
Okay.
So are you getting paid to promote the agency? Like, I don't understand. Are you like, yeah, let's make the police look good? They do some like social media campaign like those countries do where they like commit atrocities on the internet trying to like look good. Like, I don't understand what's happening. Like, what's happening, man?
Have you taken a lot of videos and stuff?
I'm just starting, so no.
I'm just starting. Have you taken any yet?
No.
So you haven't taken any of these videos yet. What made you want to start doing these videos?
I have a lot of police in my family.
Tell me about
Just
that.
friends and family. I have 2 cousins. They're twins.
Why don't you just
Back
become a
home,
police
South
officer then?
Carolina.
I don't understand.
They're both sheriffs.
Honestly, don't. Because you clearly the ego is the only thing that drives you to it. You don't actually want to pursue.
So it's always been an interest, I guess you could say.
Okay. And what are your cousins' names?
They're on my dad's side.
You don't know his cousin's name.
No, I just
Okay. Do you know what department they work for?
Richland County.
Do you have any other family in law enforcement?
I noticed that.
And with the wearing of the uniform, how did you get the idea to start doing these
I
promotional
feel like they're just curious. Like they're like, yeah, why, what's happening?
videos you're talking
Just
about?
a random idea and then,
Random idea.
yeah.
And when you went into Kaufman's, did you have to show any identification that you worked for the sheriff's
They
department?
asked me, but I told them I didn't have any. I was just getting some stuff for promotional videos for BCSO.
Okay, first of all, what do you mean? No. Like, what do you mean promotional videos for BCSO? What police agency is having you film promotional videos for them? Also, I wonder if this is actually the uniform, because if it is, yo, BCSO's police uniforms look like they like straight out of like Looney Tunes, bro. It look like Monopoly uniforms, okay?
Okay. And they were okay just selling it to you without any identification? Okay.
Kaufman's West is a uniform store on Eubank Boulevard in Albuquerque. They sell a variety of uniforms and other unique tactical items, though Dukes claims the store was okay with selling him the uniforms without identification. The store manager argues that would be pretty much impossible. In a phone interview...
Wait, so this is actually their uniform? This is the fakest looking police uniform ever. No. It looks so fake. That's the real one? You gotta be joking, bro.
She says that in order to purchase any security-related product, the customer must show a valid department ID. A simple driver's license or other photo ID wouldn't cut
Also,
it.
I'm surprised other stores
Clearly,
are able to even sell that. Like, I'm surprised
though, Dukes doesn't have a BCSO ID, so it's unclear exactly how he was able to purchase the uniform.
So, do you know it's a crime to impersonate a law enforcement officer?
Right.
And so wearing the uniform, tell me about your mindset with that.
I didn't think too much about that.
Clearly, because we here.
Okay.
That wasn't my plan.
That was the input.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't believe this is a real uniform, bro.
And what about the gun on your hip and stuff? And
That's my personal.
that's your personal gun? Okay. Where did you buy that?
I bought that from, I want to say ABQ Guns, off of Coors.
Do you know when you bought it?
April, probably say beginning March.
Beginning of March this year?
Yeah.
And is that the only firearm you own?
Yeah.
Okay. And so then, I know there's a lot of stuff I know, and I want to ask you about, and depending on how honest you are with me.
Like, why are you coddling him so much, man? Just rip the bandage off, bro. Okay, he a grown ass man impersonating a police officer. Just be like, hey, stupid, you going to jail. You know, like, I don't know, man. She's like, well, you know, we need to consider the empathy of the situation. Like, I appreciate her being nice. I appreciate her, but like, it's a little too nice, you know?
I can gauge your truthfulness. So I know about your Tinder profile. Tell me about posting all those pictures.
You know what? Maybe she's a G. Maybe she's so nice to people that like they always crack, and that's why they sent her in. You know, that might be an underrated tactic. But like he walked on school campus with a gun, bro. Like you shouldn't be coddling his dumb ass.
Just to post, yes.
Are they all of you?
Yes. So,
All of you in your uniform?
yeah.
And that's this uniform here.
Correct.
Do you have any other uniforms at the house? Just this one?
Yeah.
Dukes tells the detective he only has the uniform he's wearing, but the images on his Tinder profile appear to show some variety.
Wait, that looked like the same. That looked like the same shirt. No, it's just different lighting. If I'm being honest with you, like it's just desaturated. No.
One is gray, another looks to be blue.
No,
According
I just think it's desaturated.
to a store clerk at Kaufman's West, there are numerous styles of BCSO uniforms available at the store. However, the uniforms don't come with the patches already on them. Anyone can buy a shirt, holster, or belt, for example, but they aren't considered official BCSO gear unless BCSO decals are added. Dukes would have to arrange and pay for BCSO patches separately to make his uniforms appear official, something the clerk also claims Duke would not have been able to do because of their strict ID policy. Before Detectives Small
did he
and
steal
Cash
it?
hone in on that piece of the puzzle, they want Dukes to explain his intentions behind the photos on his Tinder profile.
He want to get.
Detective Small hands him a stack of printed out
That's
screenshots
it.
of his account.
And so...
Nah, imagine you in an investigation room and they pull up pictures of your Tinder. God, just take me out, honestly, at that point. Nah, just that's got to be like my 38th reason. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, what do you mean? Like, I'm getting embarrassed now at my own boyness? Like, no. That's like a nightmare scenario for me. God, it's already bad enough if any of you were to find me on a dating app. I would like, you know, but damn, you getting investigated because of that? Crazy.
Yeah. I just want to go through. Is this your profile?
Yeah.
And you...
So
go
on this
by-
picture here, when you were licking your lips and you said, yeah, daddy gonna put it in, what exactly did you mean by that? We just need to know, what do you mean put it in? Did you mean you were gonna put the gun through someone's brain, or put the bullet through their ear? Like, what did you mean by that? I just need clarification because I'm a little bit unsure. Like, yo, I'd be mad. Like, I would be out of it, bro.
Trishawn on here? Tell me about that name.
Million.
That's your middle name? Okay. And so this is you, right? Okay. This picture here, whose unit is this?
One random.
Are you strapped? Yeah, I'm
One
strapped.
you just randomly saw?
Oh, okay.
And then this one.
How big is it?
this you?
What?
Yeah.
I'd be like, send me to
And
jail.
is
Yeah, me
this the
too.
same shirt
Just get me
and
out of this situation, honestly. I'll.
And is this the same gun that you were wearing today? Alright. And then this one, is this you as well?
Yeah.
And then this one, that's you as well? Okay.
Next, the detective pulls out a copy of messages, presumably between Dukes and another Tinder user. She presses Dukes before confronting him with the image.
They have the messages too? Oh, hell. No, bro. I would be literally flushed red. Like, I would look like a goddamn tomato, bro. Damn. Oh my God. I cannot wait to see his soul leave his body. No, please.
And so why did you post these pictures of you in uniform on Tinder?
Just for, I don't know, just because I happen just to use them.
I would have respected you so much more if you said, well, you know, I was just trying to get some, you know, so, you know, the love police uniforms and they think you're strong, they think you're safe, you know, it's an easy way to get some. If he said that, I would have been like, at least you finally being honest about something. But he is beating around the bush after beating around the bush after beating around the bush.
Just to use. And were you saying that you were with BCSO? Cause
Yeah.
Do you say some interesting things? Yo, not you trying to be like, do you say interesting things on dating apps? Because I said if you showed my things, I passed away. Honestly, no. I'll be so honest with y'all. I'm paranoid to ever like, listen, first of all, not my style, okay? Respectfully. But second of all, I will never be caught doing that because of the pure fact that there's the potential it could get leaked. So even if I was feeling like that, you got me up thinking I'm gonna do that dumb ass shit. You gotta be stupid. I'm sorry. Listen, I'm way too like, I don't trust anyone with that, especially if I don't know you for, no. If I ever get in a long-term relationship and they start talking to me crazy, dirty in the messages, I'm gonna be like, yeah, so I don't really do this. Remember this and say it to me in person. Like, I'm not doing that. No, that's weird. Oh no. I don't know. I mean, if you do it, shout out to you. But me personally, I just, like, you got to read that back. Like, it doesn't, like when you send a dirty text, like, it doesn't just leave your mouth and then, like, you can forget about it. Like, you can always see that again. You are always going to be faced with your sins firsthand with cold, hard evidence. And I don't want that, okay? I got enough evidence of me on the internet saying crazy stuff. I don't need more. I do not need more, all right? You know what I'm saying? Like, no. Like, the most you'll get from me is like, you're cute, you're pretty. That's kind of it. Which is just like, I'd say that to anyone.
This uniform.
Met up with.
Yeah, from
Like
Tinder.
from Tinder? No.
You haven't
Not
met
yet,
up with
no.
any of them? This is gonna be the first time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Damn, so your F-boy cop act isn't even
And
working.
so you don't have any family or anybody.
We're gonna be like, you look
that you know
True.
that
You don't look half bad. I've said that before. It wasn't meant to be a diss. It was meant to be like playing it like low key, but then the person took it as a diss, and I was like, damn, my fault.
No?
My fault.
Okay.
I was like, you're not half bad yourself, and they were like, half bad. I was like, oh
Because there's some information
that's not what I meant.
that you know somebody on the department from here.
I don't know anybody here. I don't have any family here.
Any family, any friends that work on the department?
Half bad is crazy.
And so you don't know who owns that
Car.
Tahoe that you took a picture of?
No.
And you don't remember what address it was at?
No. It was just gonna be for promotion.
Promotional. I just stopped saying promotional because what are you promoting? The only thing I can see with this getup is like OF, you know? Only friends.
And where
Central
do you
Air.
post these promotional videos?
YouTube.
Okay. Do you have a YouTube channel?
I have a channel. It's got like 1 follower.
Okay. What kind of videos do you post?
I don't have any up there yet.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all just been created, so.
Okay. And what's your YouTube? Is it?
It's just under Rico.
And as far as going to the Monroes today, can you tell me about going there in uniform?
I was supposed to be meeting a friend.
You're supposed to be.
He's promoting his non-existent
Okay.
chances of relationship.
And why did you go in uniform?
Well, I got up this morning to do videos, so I was already in it.
I just think he has like a personality issue.
And this friend,
Like he doesn't.
Does she
This is me
think?
projecting
is she, right?
what I think.
Does she think that you work for the sheriff's department?
I would assume.
Like I just think is not okay with himself enough, so he feels like he has to like cosplay as something that he thinks is cooler. It's like, what's an example I could give you? I don't have one that's not gonna like disrespect someone. Like people do this all the time with certain things. They'll pretend that certain things are not how they are to like feel better about themselves, and like they don't realize they're doing it. Like people that would like lie, but they know it's a lie, but they start to believe it. It's so they feel better about the events themselves.
Assume?
Yeah.
Why would you assume that?
Because of the pictures.
The pictures, is there any other?
And I don't think
reason?
it's because he has some inferiority thing with his family, because to be honest, he doesn't even know these cousins from what it sounds like. He's like, I don't he didn't even know their names.
Tell her that you work for the sheriff's department?
I told you, yeah.
Little does Dukes know that the friend he was supposed to meet at the time he got arrested is actually a Bernalillo County employee. Officers knew that Dukes had planned to meet her there, and they were hoping he'd show up in uniform.
Okay, what did you tell her you did?
And he did.
I was just officer.
Okay.
What an idiot.
Did you tell her any details about what you do, what shift you work, anything like that?
Like nights.
You told her you work nights? What else?
Not sure.
Okay.
Are you whispering?
Do you remember telling her that you used to work for APD?
I remember telling her that, yeah.
Okay. And that you were there for a year? Did you work for APD? No. And then you said you've been with BCSO for about 4 years? Okay. Are your hands bothering you?
She just never adjusted them.
Are the lights on?
Yeah.
Go ahead and get up, turn around, face away from me. Go ahead and bend over at the waist.
Am I too mean when I react to people? Like, I don't know. Maybe he's a chill dude, but like,
Okay. No, they're good. You just gotta relax. You moving around like that, it's gonna.
I more so just feel bad for him.
After the officer checks Duke's cuffs, he confesses that he also told at least one of his Tinder matches that he worked operations on day shift. He tells the officers that he is the only person with access to his phone or Tinder account, meaning no one else could have sent those images.
Okay. And then you guys were talking on Tinder.
Don't even need the gun thing. That's we'd probably be like, oh, I mean, they could, since he did technically steal this gear, they could still probably charge him for that.
Text, yeah.
You moved to text message. Okay. And then you guys agreed to meet up.
This is apparently official gear. If it was fake gear, I'd be like, they would probably let him off.
In uniform. All right. And you identified yourself as Officer Dukes, correct? Okay. I just wanted to make sure. All right. Do you want to ask some questions?
Like I said, remember when the detective read you your rights? Those are still in play when I
Please tell me they upgraded this gear. Honestly, I hope they did.
Like I said, my name's Jesse, and do you go by Rico or? All right. My job's a little different. I'm all about making sure people are safe and making sure people aren't doing things to endanger themselves.
Yo, everyone in this room
I've got a
whispering.
concern with that.
Yeah.
You know, what do you think some of my concerns would be?
I brought a gun to a school.
Well, besides that, now I don't care about that stuff. I care about your safety. Why do you think I'm concerned with that?
You're gonna try to harm me because they think I'm a police officer?
Get her, I'm not sure.
What's that?
I'm not sure.
Well, some of the things is, people aren't always so friendly towards officers.
Right.
And they have, we've had recent events where they've shot at people in uniform, on or off duty.
Right.
And I'd hate for you, not being an officer, to put yourself in that situation. So if this is just something that you're doing because you think you're trying to do something good or for whatever reason,
Right.
just know it's, for lack of better terms, it's not a safe thing to be doing.
Understood.
The other thing is I got to make sure that at the end of the day, you're going to be safe. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, sir.
So some of the questions I might ask are going to be a little weird, if you're all right with that.
A little weird? Wait. What do you mean? You're gonna be like, all right, so when you told Susie you was gonna pull the strap out, what you mean by that? Did you mean you was gonna whip your out or your Glock? Your Glock or your which one? We need to know for research purposes. For research purposes, we need to know.
All right. You said you worked at Jack in the Box. What did you do before Jack in the Box?
I work for New Mexico Protective Force. So
Okay, what do they do?
Security.
See, he misses that or something, probably.
Security? What were some of your assignments there?
Dukes admits that although he pretends to be a law enforcement officer in his free time, he actually works at a popular fast food chain. Before that, he says he patrolled certain city parks and several commercial properties as a security guard. He tells the officer that he left for a better job and his pay was cut unexpectedly. According to Dukes, that wasn't his first job in security. It's a field he enjoys, something the officer could tell by Dukes' face.
I asked you, you smile like you're pretty proud of it.
Whole background.
Yeah, what happened with that?
I just got tired of it, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you ever applied to be a law enforcement officer?
I think I took the test for APD last year sometime. Ended up not passing the test. So,
What part did you not pass?
so I passed the first part, which was 30. I believe. And then they have the part where you take like the 600 questions.
600 questions?
So you're there for
Damn.
I think it was that one like that.
Oh, okay. Have you ever been arrested before?
What do they ask you? Like, is this just so you can apply? I don't understand how that works. Are these like biasy tests? I feel like they got some people that pass police tests that like are definitely dumbasses. So
Detained and picked up by the U.S. Marshals a few years ago. I think because I missed I had a summons to appear for an assault against a security guard that got dismissed.
Outside of that dismissed case, Duke says his only run-ins with law enforcement have been traffic-related. But officers discover that there are also 2 protection orders that have been filed against Dukes by an ex-partner in recent years.
What?
He claims that he doesn't know why he was served the orders, but investigators press him.
Okay, so did you ever get found guilty of domestic violence?
I wasn't guilty.
You weren't guilty? Did you take a plea deal or did you get a...
I had a restraining order back in 2016, 17.
Okay.
Wait. So he got a restraining order. So now he's trying to pretend to be a cop. So women trust him. Is that what he's doing? Maybe it's a W strategy. I don't know, but I think that's crazy.
But it was for like a year.
Yeah.
So she put one on me and she served me. Are you guys talking about that one?
Well, I saw 2 in your court history.
Okay.
Damn, she served him. She brought him the papers herself.
One from my son's mom.
Right.
Yo, I was the grown age of 15 when I realized you just got served.
The one with your son's
Like literally stems from people serving you lawsuits.
Right?
No.
Like I felt dumb as hell when I figured that out. And it was from watching a Black Ink Crew episode. I was like, yo, developmentally, I am cooked. Like that's how I found out.
What happened with that?
From a Black Ink Crew episode.
That one.
Dumb as hell, bro.
I don't remember 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was one that I think, if I look at the court records, that's one that just ended in like September.
Yeah, she did that, I think, last year in April, March. It ended in September. And then she renewed it for some reason. I don't know. But we were fine then. I would talk to my son on Mondays and Wednesdays. And
okay.
That was it. That's why I said she was just because. So I don't know why she renewed it or what that was.
Do you
remember why she even put it against you? Because judges just don't give them because.
No, I know, yeah. I think my mom had told her that I had said something, and she in turn went and.
What was
I
it?
up the speed.
It was something I didn't say.
Okay, but what did they accuse you of saying?
Something crazy like harming her.
Because Dukes was using his middle name as an alias and posing as a BCSO officer in his dating profile, it's unlikely the women he matched with knew about any of his previous offenses or the accusations against him. To try to stay safe online,
this is an ad. Oh my God.
After chatting about his personal life, Dukes goes back to answering some more difficult questions related to his arrest.
What kind of videos are you making?
It's like promotional.
Well, if you said promotional.
For what?
I'm not into this technology stuff, so I don't know what promotional means.
Go apply and stuff like that. Just videos just to get them out there.
Have you contacted our public affairs officer or anything? Public information?
No, I don't know how that goes. As far as like getting in contact with certain people.
Contact information for a sheriff's department's public.
Wait, why? Huh? So is he trying to promote himself? Is he trying to promote himself to the agency by pretending to be a cop for them?
Public Affairs Division is usually listed on the department website. For Bernalillo County, the public information officer's name and email address are listed on the front page.
So promotional videos, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Have you ever, remember I said I'm going to ask some weird questions? They might be a little uncomfortable.
Okay.
All right. Have you ever done anything that resulted in you going to the hospital for some sort of mental evaluation?
Yo, I'm gonna be so honest with you. That is not the question I expect them to ask. No. That is not the. I thought they were gonna be like, have you ever done any like adult content? Yeah, I thought that's where they were going with this. Honestly, maybe I'm cooked.
Dukes tells the investigators that he has received treatment and evaluation related to a self-harm incident. He says he was trying to make a point that someone in his life had hurt him. He stayed in a facility for about a week, but no longer sees a therapist.
That was, like I said, that was just to make a point to her, so.
Okay, any other threats?
No.
How about threats to harm anybody?
No.
Never? All right. You ever serve in the military or anything like that? No? Have you ever applied for the military?
No.
All right. Have you ever applied to buy a firearm or anything and been denied?
Never been denied, always. Once or twice, they just had to wait. It was just like the next day. I came
Okay, put a wait on it?
Mm-hmm.
You said you applied for APD once. What made you want to be a cop?
Just because my cousins.
Oh.
Yeah.
Researchers across the world have studied cop impersonators and found similar psychological reasons for their decisions to dress up in uniform or flash an unauthorized badge at an unsuspecting citizen. Studies show that many impersonators are cop wannabes, or those who wish they could be an officer, but for whatever reason aren't able. Some common motives for impersonation is the materialistic gain or the authority that comes with the title of officer. Now,
yeah, but those aren't
the
reasons you should
detective
become a
circles
cop.
back to how Dukes might have obtained the uniform
That's the
he's
issue.
wearing. Investigators are
It was like
familiar
power.
with the strict ID policy at Kaufman's West, so they aren't buying his story that employees there sold him in the uniform.
And the other concern is, usually for like places like Kaufman and all that, you have to show you have to show identification.
Right.
So it's hard to believe they actually let you walk out like
It threw
that.
me off, too.
Why would you try knowing that?
What do you mean?
Like, what made you decide just to go? I'm going to go in and buy it.
Well, I told them what it was for, and they let me buy it.
Okay. Do you remember who sold it to you?
It was a short white lady. There's like 3 of them, but it was a short white lady.
What name did you use?
Mine.
Yours?
Yeah.
You used
Rico. Yeah.
Dukes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And they'll be able to confirm that you
What the hell are these cards? Did your mom kill foster mom after sleeping with her foster dad?
bought it?
Yeah.
And you said it was in the last couple months?
Last couple months.
Okay.
Did you pay with the credit card or cash or
It
what?
was cash.
Cash?
Yeah.
Who's Ryan Moore?
Who?
Ryan Moore?
Ryan Moore.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure who that is.
You've used his pictures in the past.
For
Promotional.
People.
Ryan Moore.
Mm-hmm. He's a deputy on our department.
I use this picture.
Yeah.
I don't know who that is.
You don't know who Ryan Moore is? Okay.
She don't believe a thing he's
Have
saying.
you ever used pictures of you in uniform on any other dating app other than Tinder?
Dating app.
Bumble Hinge, homie's gonna bust out. He gonna be like Grindr, like he gonna say some crazy stuff.
I don't think I've ever posted anything on.
Let's be okay.
It's like a bike dating site.
Okay.
It's one of the ones that pop up on like Facebook.
And you use the pictures there too? Where else?
That's it.
That's it? Have you ever used them on Facebook or any other?
The same ones on Facebook.
The same ones are on Facebook?
Yeah, like the selfies.
After his arrest,
Promotional.
the photos of Dukes in uniform were removed from his Facebook profile. As of August 2024, the only photos on his account are of him and people he is presumably close with. Investigators are concerned with all the places where the photos may have been posted publicly. They also want to know how many women Dukes is matched with while impersonating a BCSO officer. He admits to having ongoing conversations with 4 or 5 women at the time of the interrogation.
Oh,
So
Hey, player.
I want you to know we're right now.
I heard the word grinder and it's telling me like a sleeper agent. Get help. Get help.
This is your opportunity.
Therapy.
To be honest with
You and this man can go to therapy together.
I'm going to find out this information, but it looks better for you if you're being honest. And so you said 4 or 5 right now. Is that
4 or 5 right now overall since I've made it. I probably matched with 12 or 14 people.
12 or 14?
12, 14, 11, 12.
Okay. And the whole time your ad has been up, it has been with your, the pictures that we went through today, correct?
Right.
Okay. And on your BLK profile, when did you post that one?
I don't remember now.
A while ago?
Yeah.
How many message times can I join? You want to talk to him? Want to be caught? Yo,
Last year, maybe.
by all means.
And how many people were you talking to on there?
Not many. I think I had it for like a week.
A week? Is it still on your phone?
No.
And in the week, how many did you match with?
I don't remember on it.
Okay.
He also tells investigators that he's been driving a rental car for the last several weeks. Claims that there are no other weapons or police accessories in the car at the time he's being interrogated.
If I get into your phone, am I going to find it?
I really want them to read out some of these messages,
that works on the
bro.
department?
Absolutely not.
If I showed your picture around the department, is anybody going to know who you are?
Absolutely not.
Is there anything in the car, when we look at it, is there anything in the car that we need to know about that's going to be a safety concern? No?
I may have a needle in the door just for my
Okay, so it's changed some light.
just a needle.
Okay, anything else?
Okay, is what?
You said you've had the car for 3 weeks now?
About 3 weeks.
All right, where's your other car?
I don't have another car.
I
I
know.
would use the Uber and stuff.
Is Uber?
But I got that one.
Okay. You said you bought the gun from Albuquerque Guns?
ABQ gun.
ABQ Guns, about what? You said around March?
Maybe like beginning of March.
Okay.
I actually have my the receipt in the car.
The receipt's in the
The
car.
receipt in the car.
Passenger side, like in between the middle and the seat.
Okay.
It'll say ABQ gun.
When's the last time you fired your gun?
Yesterday?
Probably once. Up in the Mesa.
Yeah.
About a few months ago.
A few months ago?
Or whenever, like a week after I got it.
All right. At the end of the day, we gotta figure out, are you, not to be offensive, all right?
I understand.
Do we gotta figure out you're just some dumb trying to pick up chicks?
Right.
Or there's more to this?
Right.
That's what we have to figure. That's what my role is, to figure that out. If I was to ask you, which one is it? Are you just some guy trying to score chicks?
Just say
or
yeah.
are you-
No.
No? So that's an even bigger problem. You should have just said yes, bro. What?
No?
No.
Dukes
You lie
says
about
his goal
everything except the reason you're doing this.
isn't to pick up women, but it doesn't appear his goal is really to make promotional content either, considering he hasn't recorded a single video. Dukes was charged and convicted for unlawful carrying of a deadly weapon on school premises and impersonating a peace officer. In a virtual court session, the prosecuting attorney attempted to portray Dukes as a predator who impersonated an officer to take advantage of women and other vulnerable people. According to KRQE News out of Albuquerque, 3 women came forward after the BCSO posted about Dukes' arrest, claiming they matched with a cop impersonator. The women alleged that Dukes clearly told them he worked for the BCSO. One woman claimed she saw what looked like police gear in his apartment. Even still, Judge Bruce Fox
Damn, that
seemed to
cranium.
disagree with the prosecution. Judge Fox decided that Duke's attempt to pick up women dressed as a law enforcement officer didn't warrant a prison sentence. Instead, he granted Dukes a deferred sentence of 2.5 years of supervised probation. During probation, he's required to wear a GPS monitor for 1 year. He is prohibited from owning.
I'm gonna be
any clothing,
honest, that seems fair.
patches,
Like,
or
this
badges
is-
that indicate any position
just
of
feel like
authority, and
he
a
just has a
probation
personality
officer will
issue.
monitor all of his social media accounts, including his dating apps.
Wait, what?
Or badges that indicate any position of authority, and a probation officer will monitor all of his social media accounts, including his dating apps.
Bro, so a cop gets to look through his Tinder matches and see who he's talking dirty to? So the cop gonna be like, hey. So when you said you were gonna put her out, did you mean you were gonna like kill her? Or like, what you mean by that? You gonna put her out of her misery? Like, what are you putting out? Because like, I'm a little bit concerned. You might be getting violent on us now. I don't really know what's going on. Like, yo, or now imagine they text him, she's chopped, don't do it. Yeah, like, yo, honestly, I would love to be that officer to go through the dating match. I'd be like, what you saying on Tinder? Ooh, this is kind of, okay, ooh. Imagine he's like boring though. If it's not boring, that would be a lit ass job. It's like they're texting for him. Yo, run, he's unemployed. He has an ankle monitor. Like, I don't know, that's crazy.